Hello, everyone. Welcome to Whiskey Therapy. I'm Jason. So, this is a very special episode. I've somehow convinced 1,000 of you to subscribe, and I didn't have to bribe you with bourbon. Well, at least not most of you. So, to celebrate this momentous occasion, and by momentous, I mean mildly shocking, I'm serving up something special, a blooper reel. That's right, footage I promised myself would never see the light of day is now going public. Butchered lines, awkward intros, flubbed words, equipment issues, and way too many word salads. You're gonna laugh, I'm gonna cringe, and together we're gonna bond over the beauty of not knowing what we're doing. So grab a drink, cheers, lower your expectations, and prepare to watch me fail on a scale only I can do for your entertainment. Without further ado, let's get into it. Absinthe was also used in a cocktail until absinthe was banned in the US in 1912 for reportedly causing hallucinations. Absinthe was also used in a cocktail until absinthe was banned in the US in 1912 for reportedly causing hallucinations. Jesus Christ. Yep, so you get the bourbon, it's creamy. Motherfucker. Let's go through the ingredient lineup for today's cocktail. First, we're going to need some pineapple chunks because fruit chunks equals Now this next part is called muddling, but really it's just lightly controlled. Now this next part is called Jeez. Now this next part is called muddling, but really it's just lightly controlled. Can't talk. Before we start building the cocktail, I'm going to put some small ball ice and there you have it, folks. Now we're going to add 2 ounces. Now we want to add some ice to our mixing glass and stir it up. Not enough to overthink. Not enough to overthink your life choices, but just enough to get those flavors mingling like it's a cocktail stinker. The 100 proof bourbon cuts through very nicely, but it's not overpowering. I'm not talking about that kind of duo, but rather. All right, we're on to our third cup. Well, we're going to do a pairing of smoked barbecue and whiskey, which in my humble opinion, there's not a better combination out there. So first, we'll be pairing that delicious pulled pork with some equally delicious whiskey. What the crap? Come on. And then you can dump the excess out. I prefer to use an atomizer as I think it gives. God damn it. Thank you for enjoying. On today's episode, we are doing a shootout of Moscow Mule variation. All right, round 4, the Jamaican Mule. Depending on your mood, you could pick any one of these and compete. And I truly appreciate the support. I'll keep bringing you whiskey-related content. On today's episodes, we're doing... Here's what you'll need for... If you haven't seen my video on making rich simple syrups, so Demerara sugar is a raw sugar. Just as we did in our... And then, of course, we're going to be using ice because lukewarm cocktails are a crime. But we don't want to pulverize them into a puree. We're going to also use some extra dry Prosecco. But this has got... Hello, everyone. Welcome to Whiskey Therapy. I'm Jason. We are continuing on our summer... Hello, everyone. Welcome to Whiskey Therapy. I'm Jason. We are continuing on in our summer whiskey... Stay hydrated, stay fun, and be sure to come back for more questionable Whew, we made it. I survived reliving all of my worst on-camera moments, and somehow you're still here. Thank you for 1,000 subs. All the kind comments, the brutally honest ones, and for sticking around even when my garnish game was questionable at best. This channel started with just an idea that making a YouTube channel could be fun. Little did I know. And now it's a full-on cocktail chaos club. And guess what? We're just getting started. More recipes, more stories, more mistakes. I'll pretend we're intentional. And yes, probably more bloopers. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this blooper roast. Subscribe if you haven't. And drop a comment telling me which mess up deserves its own merch. Until next time, cheers to you, the real MVPs. And the cherry that didn't fall off the skewer for once. Thanks for watching, y'all. Here's to many more. We'll see you next time. Cheers.